So first thing we're going to touch on
too.
is converting disguises to collectibles. Now, this is pretty much exactly what it sounds like. We're literally converting some current disguises to collectibles. So we're going to have the full list in the PTS patch notes, I'm pretty sure. It's not everything, but it is a lot of them. So you can look forward to that.
That's cool.
And the next thing we are doing
in inventory space.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's nice.
Next thing we're doing in update 45 is we're improving the base mount speed. So basically we're making some improvements to the speed of mounts prior to unlocking Major Gallop. The end result here is that mounts are going to start off noticeably faster than they currently are. And you're still going to end up with maybe the same or very slightly faster at the top end. So this will be really great for newer players that haven't.
New player things. That's good though, because those mounts are so slow when you get them.
Next thing, I think chat will enjoy
improvements to green champion points. So the following 9 craft green champion point stars will no longer need to be slotted for you to benefit from their effect.
Console players rejoice.
Meticulous disassembly, plentiful harvest, treasure hunter, rationer, liquid efficiency, homemaker, professional upkeep, infamous, and cut purses art. So these adjustments will effectively make it easier
nice
to engage with the craft tree without having to remember to swap stars as often before you do specific activities, and makes the tree a little bit more forgiving and fun to work with in general.
Chat is happy. Yeah, this is a really nice little quality of life thing. So
yeah, that's big. Yes. We've been asking for this since the system came out.
All right, next thing we're going to touch on, we're kind of just powering through everything here. Some map improvements.
That's great.
To the Tamriel map. So the first thing we want to mention is we are adding a custom waypoint icon color selector. So basically this is going to allow you to change the color of the waypoint that you can put on your map. It's currently that little blue diamond. So you can change it to whatever color you like. The next thing we're doing, and again, this is maybe for newer players who aren't as familiar with the Tamriel map, we're going to be prioritizing way shrines that are shown on the Tamriel map just to help reduce some clutter. You all know what it looks like when you unlock all your way shrines, and it's just like this sea of way shrines everywhere. You can't even see where the lines of the zones are or anything. So for players who have just discovered a zone, actually I have a screenshot. Let me pull it up so you can see what we're doing here. Is that up? Yes.
Oh, that's so much better.
For players who have just discovered a zone, the Tamriel map will show the way shrine closest to the start of that zone's zone quest. And then as you discover the zone's main city or hub, that city or hub way shrine is going to be the one shown on the Tamriel map instead. And of course, selecting the zone will still show all of that zone's way shrines, so we're not just, getting rid of those visually. This only affects the Tamriel level now. So
hey, Elwood.
Easier just to kind of.
Thank you so much for the YouTube membership. Thank you. Appreciate that.
Right, are we back to?
Welcome in.
We are back to this. Okay, next thing.
Hey, that's good.
Is something that Matt touched on in his letter last month.
Yes. So this is visual improvements to starter zones. So we've got some before and after, current and new screenshots that we're going to show you as we talk about this. So first off, why are we doing this? So with the wider focus on improving the
thought it was going to be the harder overland.
The world building effort started with Wailing Prison in update 44. And then it's moved on to the early starter zones, including Balfoyen, Betnik, Bleakrock Isle, Stros Mackay, and Canarthy's Roost. So the goal of this is to bring the world building of the older zones up to par with the zones that are being built now. So what was the team focused on during all of this? Generally, it was a lot of lighting, propping, and clutter work being done, including swapping out some lower res or lower poly assets. They also aim to
the lighting is big.
The blending of the terrain and other fixtures to make them more organic, or make the transitions more organic, which I think we've got. You can kind of see where the grass lines and things like that look a little bit more blended in some of these screenshots. Also adding organic clutter.
Here. Yeah.
Yes, that is a really good one. Also adding organic clutter across the zone, along with signs of life to various nooks and crannies that felt a bit vacant before. updating lighting, signs, and banners.
I hope they keep
to
doing
better
this for all the base game zones.
Like crafting and critical pathways.
This is
turning
good.
atmospheric effects on across the zones. Making some areas appear more open and less foggy, like the open areas of Belfoyen, while also giving others their atmospherics ramped up, like the caves in Bleak Rock.
Thanks,
and then
Elwood.
also
Appreciate
for
that.
water in these areas, you can see in some of these screenshots, we're using the new water developed for the newer zones, and you can really see a huge difference, especially with these side-to-side shots.
Definitely.
Yeah, it looks a lot
And then
better.
the team also wanted us to note that the visual improvements in some areas will be a lot more noticeable than in others. It just kind of depends on what was done, but they all have had updates.
Yep. All right, last thing we want to touch on before we get to the dungeons, which we're going to give you a preview of. This is something we haven't really talked about at all yet, but in update 45 on PTS, we are going to be adding some add-on flow management for console add-ons.
Thank you.
Console add-ons is coming soon in the future, which is super exciting. So basically, in preparation for this, we are we're going to have some preemptive measures going to PTS on Monday. So add-on developers can sort of just get a jump on creating and testing console add-ons. This way, when the feature goes live, they'll be able to just upload them right away. So we're going to have a more detailed breakdown of the changes and the limitations to the API. It's going to be sent over and provided to the add-on developer community next week. Do want to mention one note.
Would not have thought that was going to happen.
Memory required to sustain add-ons. This is only going to be available on the latest gen consoles. We will let everybody know when we plan on launching console add-ons. But again, on PTS, there's going to be just some initial stuff going in so the add-on developers can sort of get started on it, which is really exciting. All right.
Yay for console, folks. That is
hold on. Now
big
I'm rearranging
news.
all my windows again. So yeah, that covers us for the bulk of the things going into update 45. And, you know, there's a bunch of other little things. The patch notes will outline everything. They're being published on Monday, but we hope that you're really excited about some of these things, because we definitely are.
Pretty good changes.
Like little flourishes that are like small things that are really cool. As you zoom in, though, you see the text kind of like appear on the.
Oh, that's nice.
That's gonna be so helpful.
Stuff.
Ooh.
I know, right? So it's really, really cool. Anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just thought I would share that. So this is the Skingrad house.
All right. Noxious Boulder Belt. It's a medium set. Weapon and spell damage, crit chance, penetration.
Hi.
Not bad on the 2 to 4. Dealing damage with a fully charged heavy attack. Creates a 3-meter poisoned boulder. After 1.2 seconds, the boulder rolls forward, dealing 3,000 poison damage to the first enemy hit, creating a 6-meter pool of poison for 5 seconds, dealing 2096 poison damage and applying the poison status effect each second to enemies inside. Effect can occur once every 20 seconds and scales off your weapon or spell damage. So heavy attack set. Probably seems kind of fun thematically. There's no way to really know if it's any good or not without knowing what his base stats were here to get these numbers. 20-second cooldown for a 5-second ability, though. Seems kind of sus. But if it's like a lot of damage in that 5-second window, could be fun for like certain niche scenarios. Like if that 5-second window packs enough punch. But again, it does rely on a fully charged heavy attack to do it. So we'll have to see what the numbers end up looking like. The next set is heavy here. While in combat, casting an ability that leaves an effect on the ground summons a tentacle at the target's location. While in combat, casting an ability that leaves an effect on the ground. Okay, so that could be heal or a damage ability. After 2 seconds, the tentacle swings wildly in a 5-meter radius, dealing 659 physical damage and stunning up to 6 enemies for 3 seconds. Enemies immune to stun take 4104 physical damage instead. Hey! I like this. This is one of the ideas that I was really trying to push for sets to make them relevant, not just in PvE, but also PvP, and work well in both, because a lot of times if you put stun on a set, that just automatically makes it dead for PvE, because stun takes up a good bit of that power budget for the set. And then stuff can't be stunned in PvE, and then so it's just like, okay, well, it's not a good set then. So again, we don't know what these numbers are going to end up looking like. But having the either or, I think, is a good direction to go. It's like, if you can't be stunned, well, then we can do damage instead. So that keeps it relevant across the board. And this is a monster set too. Let's see, what is 8-second cooldown.
Hi.
So 8-second cooldown. You drop a ground ability. It comes up after 2 seconds. Deals damage. If they can't be stunned, it deals more damage, essentially. So it's just a big hit of damage in that 5-meter radius. Okay, that might be decent. We'll see what the numbers look like, but that might be decent. This one is Heroic Unity Cuirass. This is the last one was a monster set. I think I said it was a heavy set. I just read the top there. But this was a monster set on that last one. Okay. Heavy set. Stamina, health, and health. So it seems like a tank set probably. Activating a synergy gives you and up to 3 group members within 12 meters major heroism for 6 seconds. Granting 3 ultimate every 1.5 seconds. This effect can occur once every 1 second. I mean, it is better. If you're getting enough synergies, it's better than Drake's Rush. But it's gonna require more active synergies coming at you, you know. And if those aren't coming, then Drake's Rush would be a fair bit better. It's interesting. Yeah, I mean the only 3 group members. It seems like they're not wanting to make it super crazy for trials. I mean, it seems like an okay dungeon set though. Alkosh wear again fed synergies. Could wear Alkosh in this. If you made some stack points maybe. And had certain DPS that you've assigned to get the major heroism from this. It seems interesting. Shadowlight, thank you for the sub. Thank you for the 31 months. Appreciate it. Yeah, the 2 to 4 piece sucks. Or DPS, that's for sure. If the tank could get a synergy more than once every 9 seconds, it'd pass it. Drake's Rush, yeah. Exactly. It's not bad. I don't think it's a bad set. It seems pretty solid. I feel like this will find a place somewhere. All right, now let's here. Vendorlin? I don't know. Is this a light set maybe? It's on a staff, so I'm not... Oh no, wait. Did we already see this one? No, this is different. This is Noxious Boulders, the medium set. So this is probably the light set, if I had to guess. Vendorlin. We have Pen, crit chance, weapon, and spell damage. Same bonuses as the other set, just a different order. Dealing damage with a fully charged heavy attack places an electric charge on yourself and below your enemy. After 1 second, both charges explode in a 4-meter blast, each dealing 26-23 shock damage to enemies hit. This effect can occur once every 6 seconds and scales off the higher of your weapon and spell damage. So like a melee heavy attack setup. I'd imagine if you're only hitting from you or like them separate, each of them it's not going to be that good, but if you're hitting with both, that the tooltip would be pretty good.
Hi.
And it's shock damage too. Yeah, it's hard. I mean, it's hard to judge these not knowing the base stats that he's working with to get these numbers, but thematically, I think it's pretty cool. Like the idea of you putting a shock. What do they call it? An electric charge on yourself and below your enemy. So, you know, the enemy can get out of that. They can move away. So they don't have to stand in where it's going to go off. They have a second to get out. But for PvE, 1 second is usually enough. And then it's on you as well. So if you're in melee range, you should be able to hit both of those. It's pretty small though, only a 4-meter blast. I like the idea though. We'll have to see if the encourage heavy attack users to stand closer to the boss. Yeah. What's the dungeon coming out Monday? I don't remember the names of them. Yeah, not bad though. I mean, both heavy attack sets, but for people that like those playstyles, that's good. Get some more to work with there. All right, this is a... Oh wait, so this was not a light set then. This must be a medium set because there's 2 light sets down here. So these must both be medium. Both of the heavy attack sets are medium. Okay, interesting. Maybe, you know, trying to maybe add some more variety to what heavy attack builds can use. Oh, it's listed twice. Oh, I see. You're right. So this might be a light set then. Yeah, because here's the medium. Yeah, you're right. You're right. We're missing a monster set. Okay, we'll have to track that one down. Thank you. Thank you. We'll go through these and I'll swap over. All right. Fledgling's Breaches. Yeah. We have Magicka Recovery, Max Magicka. While in combat, casting ability that leaves an effect on the ground creates, I think that says 8 meter Griffin Nest for 10 seconds. Griffin Nest, okay. You and group members inside the nest gain Magicka and Stamina Recovery. The first time you or a group member leaves the nest, they gain Minor Courage for 10 seconds. Oh no. No, this one ain't it. It's essentially like a Xena's pool. But you actually have to leave to get the Minor Courage. That seems like a weird condition to put on there. It's a great value, Xena's. Yeah. Like what? Why make them leave to get the minor courage? Like, even if they got it while they're in the pool, I would still say it's pretty meh. But to make them leave to get the minor courage is just kind of weird. Yeah, I'm not loving that one. Okay, the next set is Squall of Retribution. Looks like the other heavy set. Wait. No, this is... Is this a monster set? No, this is a monster set. Okay. Yeah, this is the monster set. It looked long enough to be a regular set, but it's just a 2-piece. So 1-piece is max health. 2-piece is when you take damage, gain 1 random effect for 6 seconds. Gain minor protection, reducing your damage taken by 5%. Gain a damage shield, absorbs 5835 damage. Heal for 914 health every 2 seconds. The health restore scales off your max health. This effect can occur once every 4.5 seconds. Nah. Yeah, I don't know about this one. It seems pretty weak. You get a tiny... Show them the way, skinny. You get a tiny bit of overlap. If it can happen every 4.5 seconds, they last 6 seconds. But that's not enough overlap to make it useful. If it was like... Could occur every 2 seconds. Even then, like, minor protection's pretty easy to come by. The damage shield is not bad, but you're relying on chance to get it. Same with the heal. Yeah, this could be all right in PvP, I guess. There's a lot of builds that just rely on stuff with chance, and as long as all the things that you're getting are decent, then it ends up being pretty good overall. Daedric Trickery from Wish. I don't like this one that much, though. If there was a bit more time on the overlap, like if this could occur once every 2 seconds or something, maybe that would be okay for survival. Yeah, I don't really see it though. Maybe for PvP though. Even for PvP, those numbers are not good. Yeah, it seems the cooldown's too long. The cooldown seems too long. Or the duration's too short. Needs work. These two right here need some work. The top ones seem like they could have potential depending on what the stats are with the damage sets. Alright, Gerency's Boots. We have weapon and spell damage, pin, and pin. While in combat, casting an ability that leaves an effect on the ground creates a 6 meter... Oh wait, y'all can't see that. How do I do this? So this is a medium set. Weapon, spell damage, pin, and pin. While in combat, cast an ability that leaves an effect on the ground. Creates a 6 meter spiral vortex that deals 12k physical damage over 5 seconds to enemies inside. After 5 seconds, enemies within the vortex are dealt 6k physical damage over 5 seconds. This can occur once every 15 seconds and scales off the higher of your weapon or spell damage. Again, there's just no way to know without without knowing what the base values are here. So you get 10 seconds of damage, assuming stuff is inside still after 5 seconds. But it is front-loaded, so the good damage is in the beginning, and then the lower damage is in the end. So, yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Could be all right if the numbers are good enough. And then this last one, let me get Discord up here. There we go. Lucilla's Gauntlets. This is the other heavy attack. Or the other, not heavy attack, the other heavy set. Healing taken, max health, max stamina, blocking 3 attacks within 10 seconds, creates an 8-meter wind shield at your feet for 10 seconds. Enemies within the area gain minor brittle, increasing their crit damage taken by 10%. While you're in the area, you gain major protection, reducing your damage taken by 10%. That can occur once every 7 seconds. You can only have one windshield active at a time. It's not bad. I mean, at least it has both, like, it has both offensive capabilities for your team and some tankiness for the tank. It's not bad. I'll have to sit with this one for a little bit, I think. Yeah, the minor brittle does feel a little weird. I agree. Like, why minor brittle? Is it because, like, the wind is cold? Like, the cold wind or whatever? I don't know. Yeah, I'm undecided on this. If it was major, different story. Yeah, if it was major, this would be crazy strong. Doesn't the brittle fall off? As long as they're in the windshield area, it seems like it stays up for the full time. But yeah, brittle's pretty easy to get. So really, you're just kind of getting the protection. I mean, major protection is a good buff to get for your own damage reduction, your own damage taken reduction. Not putting a 5-piece set on your tank for minor brittle. Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing. Yeah, I don't love it. Nothing here I'm really like super excited about. This monster set seemed like it could have some potential. Orpheon the Tactician. He's like, what are we doing here? What are we doing?